Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
This is going to be a very, very light and fun interview because if you haven't been on the water taxi of Fort Lauderdale, you will definitely want to go on it when we get finished. Now, the water taxi of Fort Lauderdale is an award-winning boat ride, and it uses the coolest ways to get around Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood. And actually, for one low fare, all day, you can visit restaurants, bars, you can hit the beach, you can shop. I mean, this is unique, and I'm so privileged to have, his name's William Walker, but we're going to call him Bill. Bill Walker, who's the president of Water Taxi of Fort Lauderdale. So thanks for being on our show, Bill.
Thank you for having me.
Well, this is when someone says to you, what's your name and what do you do? So what do you tell them?
It depends who asks, but I tell them my name's Bill Walker, and I'm one of the principals at the Water Taxi. And, my goal is to enhance the company and enhance customers' experience with our operation. Currently, we take about 1 million people a year, and as you said earlier, we go from North Fort Lauderdale all the way down to Allendale Beach now, and then as far west as the New River Esplanade Center.
Well, it sure beats the traffic on I-95, doesn't it?
Oh, it's amazing, and it's such a, in my line of work, people ask, as you just did, what do I do? Well, our company, we give people rides to destinations. You can get on the boat and ride around and see all kinds of sights and hear a phenomenal tour, but the beauty is you can get on and off whenever you want as well.
So what I want to do is make believe. Let's do this as a, just a make believe that I just came down. And where would I board?
Well, we have 20 stops, and you can board at any of the stops. So, if you're living north of Fort Lauderdale in the Pompano, Palm Beach area or something like that, you can get on at like Shooter's Restaurant or Bow Camper's Restaurant. Or if you live as far south as Allendale, you could get on at the Beach Walk Hotel, the Crown Plaza Hotel. And in the middle, we have Margaritaville, we have the New River areas. And so it really is, easy for you to get on, start your day, and get off whenever you'd like.
Right. This is the best kept secret. I'm so glad that here at Boomer Times, we are going to explode all the myths about people not knowing what to do when they come to Fort Lauderdale. This is the number one thing to do because actually, as Bill said, it goes to a lot of places. So once you go there as a stop, then you can always go back later, especially Margaritaville. Wow, that's pretty special. All right, let's take me for a trip.
Well, we have the one thing that's kind of very cool about the water taxi is that, we handle all ages and all different demographics of people. So as some people would like to get on, you can go to a parking lot, a venue called One Riverfront Plaza, and it's our stop number one. And there you can buy your ticket and pay for your parking. It's all discounted, and you can hop on for the day. If you're out for just a cruise and you want to be entertained by the captains and crews, you can talk with them, and they will help plan your day. But you can stay on the boat for, over 3 hours if you'd like, and hear, all the different sights and scenery in and around Fort Lauderdale. The thing that's interesting, it's a very dynamic day because day to day things change in and around Fort Lauderdale with the yachts. Fort Lauderdale is the yachting capital of the world, and so you're going to see some of the most spectacular yachts in the world, and the captains and the crews all study on what yacht's in town and who owns it. As an example, Steven Spielberg's yacht's in town right now at Pier 66.
Huh.
It's about a 240-foot Lursen, beautiful, beautiful boat called Seven Seas. And so after that, you may, and then you might be riding along and go, hey, we're a little bit hungry. And some people go like, hey, we'd actually like, some local Florida food. And the captain and crew might recommend places like 15th Street Fisheries or Bahia Cabana, or or you could go up to Los Olas Boulevard and many of the restaurants up there.
So do you have a ticket that when you get, so you can go back on anytime?
Yeah, so we have a ticket you can use all day from 10 o'clock in the morning till about 11 o'clock at night. And then the ticket also gets you discounts. We have over 60 partners that we do business with in and around town at different restaurants and retail stores and things like that. And you get discounts with your water taxi ticket at these different venues.
I am so thrilled to have you on the show telling us about this, because you said you've been here how many years? 7 years?
10 years.
10
we bought the
years.
company, 10 years ago this year. So,
Congratulations. Well,
thank you.
You know, when people come to town, you can have them go to a destination. But if you just got them on a water taxi, I mean, they could be on it all day. They could hop on, they could hop off, they could go places. I really hadn't, until I met your wonderful, the wonderful lady there at the booth when I went to the Fort Lauderdale tourism. Paula, what a fantastic woman. So Paula, Paula Reddington, that's who it is, Paula Reddington. And we were talking, and I said, boy, we would love to be able to help you with this. She said, we need you. And I said, my goodness, because I go to a lot of things, and I hate to tell you this, I have never been on the water taxi, so that's high priority for me.
Well, yes, it is.
Wait, let me ask you this. So do you have, as it's going along, do you have like a recording that talks about what people are seeing?
Oh, no. This is strictly one-on-one narration with the captain and crew, and they're very animated with all the different things you see. So, as we just mentioned, like Steven Spielberg's yacht, well, you're going to see some of the most unbelievable mansions around that, and we have a lot of knowledge of, like, okay, well, who owns that? So, like, one of the largest houses in Fort Lauderdale is owned by the people that own and started the Sunglass Hut. And, you know, and Wendy's founder, Tom, I'm sorry, I forget his last name, but, you know, they have a house there. And then you see things that, you know, some more stately people like myself would sit there and they go, well, this is Lucy and Desi's house, you know, and I go, I remember that, you know. And so there's a lot of that uniqueness about Fort Lauderdale and the Hollywood area. And
well, let me just give people a phone number. I know I'm tempting everyone right now. So one thing you should know, if you come to the Boomer Expo, which is coming up this coming Tuesday, January the 24th, which is going to be over there at the Seminole Casino in Coconut Creek, you'll see them. They have a booth. We're giving away some wonderful prizes of water taxi tickets. Let me give you a phone number if you can't wait, and you definitely want to make I guess they make reservations. So it's 954-467-6677. I'll repeat that. Remember, this is Pencil Talk Radio. That's 954-467-6677. Now, you can also go to their website, and you can see this beautiful vehicle. It's a boat. It's a double-decker boat, and it's really special. So it's watertaxi.com. That's easy, watertaxi.com. And I just I'm laughing about this because I'm saying that if people get seasick, they're not going to get seasick on this, will they?
No, we're in the intercoastal waterways, and it's flatcom. It's like riding down a highway, and you know we have 12 boats, so we offer service every 30 minutes at these stops, and so people aren't waiting. And then we also have a new app called the Water Taxi Tracker, and when you download that, you can see exactly what time your boat's going to get there. So
Smart.
If you're sitting at a restaurant, you can sit there and go, oh, the boat's going to be here in 11 minutes. You know, let's settle up our tab or let's have another drink.
So that, you see, that's really the amazing part of this. You don't have to really rush. You can go, just pop off, go do some shopping, go do some dining, have some fun, then find it again, come back on. Do we have anything like this in South Florida except this one?
No, and I'll tell you, I've been in the passenger vessel industry for the past 22 years, and the Fort Lauderdale area is so unique geography-wise in terms of developing a system like this. Fort Lauderdale, one of their taglines is the Venice of America, and it truly is the Venice of America. The amount of canals and waterways and whatnot are extremely unique. And to have these waterfront restaurants, waterfront retail space, beaches, parks, history, famous areas like Las Olas, the Galleria Mall, and Margaritaville, and the Hollywood Broadwalk. I mean, it's amazing how much opportunity there is for people to experience what they're interested in. And it's not pigeonholed towards, oh, this is all we offer you. It really is, almost endless.
And now with Uber, you can literally get off at one of the stops, take an Uber to one of the local somethings, and then get back on, right?
Yeah, you can do that, but it's amazing how easy it is to walk to a number of the places. And along with, because of all the frequency of stops that we do, and the amount of venues that are on the water. I mean, we literally pull up. We go to approximately 4 public dock spaces. We go to 16 private ones.
Really?
Which are restaurants, hotels, marinas, and they're very, very accommodating and just love all the water taxi. Yes.
And how many water taxis did you say? Because that was my next question. How long do we have to wait from one time to the next?
The water taxis, we have 11 boats, and they run approximately every 30 minutes. And like I said, you can download this app and you can see exactly when the boats are coming and going, and from what direction you want to head. So.
Who invented this for you? You've been with the company, you said, for 10 years.
Yeah, we bought the company back in 2007, and they had 5 boats, and they were taking about 85,000 people a year. And one of the things that was very interesting to us as we were doing our due diligence was working with the Visitors and Convention Bureau and other businesses. And people were like, oh, this is just such an iconic thing around Fort Lauderdale. We love the water taxi. It's yellow and whatnot. And those statements there got us thinking about, hey, we could make this as iconic as the streetcars to San Francisco. And that's been one of our big goals, is to have, ultimate, customer satisfaction and be very iconic and supportive of the community as a business partner.
That's a great ambition, and I am excited about it. I'm going to do everything in my possible way, besides with our company and just personally, to let people know about this, because, as you said, it is unique, and you can take a whole family on it. Now, something that you are promoting are senior groups. So Ride Water Taxi Senior Sale Days. Save money. You can board a double-decker water taxi, complete with a bar and lavatory. So that's good. You don't have to worry about going to the bathroom. It's right there. You can travel the waterways of Fort Lauderdale alongside breathtaking mansions, as Bill said, and gorgeous luxury yachts. Even if the big one isn't there, there'll be another big one. And their crew will entertain you with points of interest steeped in history along the way. What you should do is call for reservations and availability. Now, what if it's a rainy day? Do you still go?
The boats are out running all the time, and I'm glad you brought up the senior sales program that we have going, because it really is unique. The vessels are 65 feet long. They have 2 decks, and as you mentioned, they have bars and bathrooms. They're also climate-controlled cabin spaces on these boats. Or if you'd like to go outside, certainly there's plenty of outdoor seating as well. And so it really does offer a lot of versatility to the person's day. What makes different people like different things. Some want to sit outside in the shade, some want to sit outside in the sun, and some want to stay inside the air conditioning. So,
because I was thinking, as you were talking about San Francisco, I was thinking about London and the buses that they have that are so famous, the double-decker buses.
Exactly.
You've created something that's very, very interesting. And the founder, is there one person that decided to do this?
Yeah, a gentleman named Bob Beckoff started this back in 1998, and he actually ran it with the county, and that didn't prove out too well in terms of the financial subsidies and things like that. But anyway, Bob ended up running it himself as a private company for a while, and that's when we bought it.
Yeah, it sounds you've put a lot of money, a lot of capital in, because for you to have 11 boats, that requires staff and requires a lot. That really shows that you're here to stay, and I am thrilled that we can really try to explain all this to people. So what it's called is the Water Taxi of Fort Lauderdale, and it is more than just a boat ride. You can bring your whole family. What are the prices?
It's $26 for an all-day pass, and then we have discounts for seniors and military and children. And then after 5 o'clock at night, you can actually buy what we call a Moonlight Madness ticket. And that allows you unlimited, same thing, you can get on and off all evening, but it starts at 5 and it's only $16.
Oh, that's great.
So it's great to go out for an evening meal or a cocktail or a sunset or a moonrise. And we look at all these things to help, have people have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
That's what we deliver.
Well, you do deliver it. I mean, I know a lot about tourism, and I know what people want. I grew up in Miami Beach, and This is, we have the waterway here. I mean, we need to expose it, explore it, and a lot of people don't want to just go rent a boat for the day or rent something. They want someone to take them places, and I think you really have figured out everything. You haven't missed a beat on all this.
Well, thank you very much. That's flattering. But I must tell you, my staff and employees are unreal. We have people who have been working for us for 15 years or been with the company for 15 years, and they are truly, truly into delivering a phenomenal day for someone. And that's what we're all about. Everybody coming to Fort Lauderdale should have a great day.
Okay, so let's start if the northernmost point where someone can look for you. Let's go through that. I'm writing all this down.
Sure. So the northernmost point is Bo Camper's restaurant, which is on Oakland Park Boulevard. And then on the other side of Oakland Park Boulevard is Shooter's Restaurant. So those two, they're probably a block apart. But those two are great places to get on because you can, you could have a drink, get a glass of water or a cocktail and wait, or food, and then you can start your day there.
And there's plenty of parking, I have to assume, where you're going to park your car.
Correct. Yeah, so if you want to do valet parking, either one of those companies will do valet parking if you'd like, and then down by Shooter's actually a public parking, which it's metered, but it's fairly inexpensive, for 4, 5, 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then the southernmost points we go to is the Beach Walk Hotel down in Hallandale or Southern Hollywood, and the Crown Plaza. Both those hotels have parking. They're inexpensive. Crown Plaza for the day is only $10 to park for the day. There's also public parking in those areas as well. And then a little bit further up the street from Crown Plaza is Margaritaville, where there's a lot of parking and certainly a number of public parking spaces as well.
Okay,
and then,
so now we're coming up. Go ahead. Let's go north now.
And then the furthest west we go is
okay.
up in the New River by the Pirate Republic Bar, the Esplanade Center, or the Briny Pub. And we use those names of those restaurants because it's easy for people to Google map where they're going. But at the Briny, we have there's a parking garage there, and it's only $7 to park for the day, and you can pay for your parking and your boat ticket right there.
Okay. I wanted to ask you that. So when they get on the boat is when they pay?
Yep. You pay on the boat. You can buy online, which we strongly recommend, and then we do have different resellers all around the city. If you were staying at a hotel, you could buy tickets from the concierge or through the hotel, a number of the restaurants sell our tickets and things like that as well. So,
Okay. So now when you said the New River, then that actually isn't that where Las Olas is?
correct.
Okay.
So as you go, up the New River, in fact, this Briny Pub is actually the beginning of Las Olas, and we make 3 different stops along Las Olas Boulevard. So the nice part is you could get off at one stop, walk down Las Olas, and then get back on the boat at another stop. So,
and how many seats are on a boat?
they range anywhere from 60 to 200.
60 to 2. Oh, so you have smaller ones. You have ones that are 60. Oh, you have smaller ones.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I see them in the picture. But the big one holds 200 people. So, you could actually have a birthday party on one.
Oh, yes. Yep, you get a birthday party or any other kind of party.
Yeah, that's what you can have, your birthday party. Never get off.
That's right.
Really? That's not something I'm thinking about. So, I was thinking because my grandchildren live in Miami. They're always looking for unusual places. They're only 11. Their parents are looking for unusual places for the kids to have fun. They could literally have their birthday party on the ship. On the boat.
Yeah. Yep, they can do that. Or you could go to a place like Birch State Park. And, we have a pickup drop-off there. And they've got all kinds of things there with, sea-doos and tours throughout the park. It's a state park. It's absolutely beautiful. They rent canoes and kayaks, and they have direct access to the beach as well.
Well, I hope that Broward County appreciates you because you're one of the best tourist accommodations that I've ever heard of.
Well, thank you. And we work hand in hand with the county, and we love Hello Sunny.
Right, the Hello Sunny. That's a whole new thing. And you're yellow. You're perfect Hello Sunny. But,
exactly.
But your theme is, and it's true, it is more than just a boat ride. Everyone likes to get on a boat as a boat ride, but you are so much more. You can see things as a tourist. You can stop off, and the price is so reasonable. And are the prices for kids, are they different than the $26?
Yes, and I'm sorry I don't have it in front of me. But
no, it's okay, but it is less.
Oh, yes, they're way less. And then kids under 5 are free.
Okay. That's lovely. Just lovely.
But,
I think what I'm going to do is give the phone number. Okay, remember, everyone, this is Pencil Talk Radio. That means if you write the number down, you have to write it. You just can't think about it. We want you to write it down. Okay, and it's 954-467-6677. Again, 954-467-6677. And if you want to go and really see these online, just go to watertaxi.com. Watertaxi.com. And be sure to come and visit them. They're having a big booth there at the Boomer Expo, which is a fantastic. We're on our 17th one, and we're going to be giving away some of the water taxi prizes. We have 50 prizes, of which we have quite a few water taxi prizes. So be sure to come. It's on Tuesday, January the 24th, over there at Seminole Casino, over there in Coconut Creek. And I don't know, I guess we hope that we'll even get to see Bill Walker there. I hope that you're going to be there enjoying everything. You
will.
Good.
You'll see me.
Unfortunately, we can't have the boat there, which would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Maybe someday, I know it's expensive. We could have these little boats to give away to kids, but I know it's too expensive. Wouldn't it be great as a little theme or something? But I love the boats. I love this kind of thing. When we go to New York, we always try to get on one of the ships. We ride the ferry over to Staten Island, and we love that. Yeah, we love that trip.
Yep.
And so this is kind of the same thing in a way that you get on, but you're going to be very comfortable. Your eyes are just going to be glazed over with all the beauty. If you go on a beautiful day, it'll just be glorious. I just see this myself, and I cannot wait to get on that ship. I call it a ship. I know it's a boat, but it looks like a ship to me. How long is it?
That one's 65 feet long.
That's the one that holds the 200?
Yeah.
Okay. And so the other ones, so how do you know which one you want to go on? I mean, whichever one comes
Well,
up, huh?
Yes, and you can. Most of the boats all have bathrooms and things, and the bigger ones that we were talking about for the senior sales day, those ones I strongly recommend for people who, really would like to have the experience of potentially being able to sit inside or outside, and as we mentioned earlier with the bathroom and bars, but the comfort is also. It's just a bigger boat, so it's a little bit, more roomy. But the other ones are phenomenal as well.
Okay, so if someone's dining out, can they bring takeout with them and eat on the ship? Oh, they can.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep, they can. We allow people to bring on, if they've, purchased a beverage or a food or at a restaurant or whatever, they can certainly bring that on. And we also sell beer and wine, and we have free popcorn on a number of our boats. We give away free ponchos if it rains out, and so those are different types of things. And the fact that we're going to, a stop every 30 minutes, the boats are stopping way more frequently than that, but people sometimes order food to go and pick it up at the restaurant and get back on the boat.
Well, Bill, you have been a wonderful interview. I must say, I can't wait. You made everybody so excited about getting on that water taxi, and we'll see you on at the Boomer Expo.
Yes, you will, and it was a pleasure.
It's a pleasure for me, too. I can't wait to get on that boat.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Have an awesome day.
Okay, thank you. Bye.